Welcome back. Joining me now is a heavy-hitting political panel with former New South Wales Labor Treasurer Michael Costa and Liberal Party Vice President Tina McQueen. Gang, let's start with the Defence Minister Peter Dutton, who did not miss Shadow Home Affairs Minister Christina Keneally today. Just have a listen to this.
Well, I'd say that she doesn't have a clue, not a clue, and it's embarrassing actually for Anthony Albanese. He doesn't know who his national security team will be. For goodness sake, it can't be Christina Keneally in Home Affairs. The place will shut down. People flood across the borders. The cancellation of visas would stop overnight, and Christina Keneally would be sitting down in some, kumbaya pose, hoping that everything is okay. She would be a disaster for this country. She's proven that as the Premier in New South Wales. She's been on the wrong side of every decision, made every bad judgment in her shadow portfolio. And, she was going to be punted by Bill Shorten, going to be the United States as the ambassador there, we know that. So maybe she doesn't even stick around.
Michael, I've got to say, more so than any other minister, Dutton continues to have an impact and keeps putting gloves on Labor. He has an impact against the opposition, and you can't say that about too many other ministers right now.
Oh, I think that's absolutely right. I think he's their best performer. And the theatre obviously is wonderful to hear. The problem is that I just don't think it's cutting through. The reality is this election's going to be fought on the government's record. It's been there for nearly 10 years. The economic issues are always the key issues. The government's slightly ahead on the economic record, but it is very slight, and you would have expected it to be much further ahead. I think people are worried about inflation. They're worried about their petrol bowsers. They're more worried about, what's going to happen with debt and interest rates, housing prices, and I think that's really where it's going to be fought on. It's a pity actually for the coalition that Dutton isn't the treasurer. I think he'd be more effective on the issues that really matter in that particular portfolio. But it's great theatre.
Now, Tina, think ahead to a couple of months from now and imagine Anthony Albanese in the Lodge. Who's going to be the next leader of the Liberal Party, Peter Dutton or Josh Frydenberg?
Well, Rita, a month ago I would have been having those thought bubbles in my head, but I've got to tell you, I don't agree with Michael, and I'm surprised that there has been a huge turnaround and a shift in support for the government. And, I'm not one to play these games and sprout just anything. I see this, Rita. I see this everywhere. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be a huge win, but I'm quietly confident, judging by things on the ground and the lacklustre performance of Albanese and the sheer just doggedness and hard work of the Prime Minister, that we'll get there. I really do. So I'm not considering opposition leaders. I firmly believe we'll hold on, which is something I would not have said a month ago.